Poppy Playtime 4. The Truth Behind the Factory. Chapter 1. The Last Transmission. The world had long forgotten Playtime Co., but for those who had escaped its horrors, the nightmares never ended. You, the protagonist, had barely survived your encounters with Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, and the other monstrous toys lurking in the shadows. Yet, deep inside, you knew something wasn't right. There was more to the factory's past than what you had seen. One night, an old radio signal cut through the static on your broken TV. A distorted voice whispered, "They lied to you. The truth is still inside the factory. Come back before it's too late." Then, a series of coordinates flashed on the screen, pointing to a hidden underground sector, one that no record had ever mentioned. Something inside you told you this was it. The final answer. Chapter 2. The Lost Sector. Upon returning to the decayed factory, you found a sealed hatch in the floor, covered in old warning signs. Do not enter. Authorized personnel only. Subject Jozo Jowers must never be released. Ignoring the signs, you pried it open and descended into the unknown. What you found was not another toy assembly line. It was a laboratory. Unlike the colorful factory above, this place was cold, metallic, and sterile. A secret research division buried deep beneath Playtime Co. Rusted cages lined the walls, some still holding decomposed remains of early experiments. Broken monitors flickered with cryptic logs from the past. Experiment X-004 achieved full sentience. It thinks it's human. Dr. Elliot Ludwig insisted we stop, but the board demanded results. The eraser is the only failsafe left. If we lose control, activate it. Then a video feed activated, displaying a room full of lifeless toys. Except for one. In the center of the room stood a figure wrapped in shadows, taller than any toy you had encountered. Its glowing red eyes locked onto the camera, and in a voice that sent chills down your spine, it spoke. Finally. Someone to finish what they started. The screen went black. Chapter 3. The First Human Toy Hybrid. You weren't alone anymore. The thing from the video was awake. Rushing through the lab, you found evidence of the factory's darkest secret. Playtime Co. hadn't just been making sentient toys, they were transferring human minds into them. Dr. Elliot Ludwig, the genius behind the company, had begun the experiments out of desperation. His own daughter had died, and he sought to bring her back in the form of Poppy. But the process was unstable, and the board wanted more. They experimented on hundreds of employees, children, and even Ludwig himself. The result? Subject 000. A failed prototype that had absorbed the minds of every test subject, evolving into something far beyond a toy. Something alive. Something that now hunted you. The alarms blared. Subject 000 was free. Chapter 4. The Truth About Poppy. As you ran, you found Poppy waiting for you, her small porcelain hands trembling. "I tried to warn you," she whispered. She led you into the core room, where a massive machine, the eraser, hummed with energy. "This was Ludwig's final invention," Poppy explained. "It can wipe all of us away. The experiments, the monsters, the factory. But you have to choose." Then the doors burst open. Subject 000 entered. It was grotesque, a horrifying mass of stitched toys, metallic limbs, and human faces screaming from within its body. "You don't understand," it spoke, its voice a mix of countless others. "We are not monsters. We are the victims." For the first time, you hesitated. Was destroying them truly the right thing to do? Chapter 5. The Final Choice. Poppy begged you to activate the eraser, to end Playtime Co's nightmare forever. But Subject 000 pleaded for something else. It wanted freedom. Two choices lay before you. Activate the eraser, erasing every living toy, including Poppy and Subject 000, ensuring that Playtime Co. AQE's dark past was buried forever. Shut down the eraser, allowing Subject 000 to escape, possibly taking revenge on the world that created it. As you reached for the switch, the screen faded to black. Ending unknown.